Another 365 down for the bucket. I ain't gonna lie, all 365 feeling like trapped in captivity. I haven't been myself lately, doubt's been attacking me. Depression is such a relentless weapon, stacked with deadly stressing. Niggas demanding my soul's possession, from damn near losing my hand to abandonment from those that I would call more than friends. Shit, I ain't happy-go-lucky with this space that I'm in, but it seems like when I suffer musically, I become a bad motherfucker. So fuck it, here I go, channeling the way I know, burying my damaged soul, telling myself to let it go. I don't know why I was chose to harbor all this. Maybe I'm a target for me having an honest conscience. Maybe some of the choices I made in life were the smartest, and this is the result that I gotta take some responsibility for. My actions, ironic is my tag. Either or, truthfully, this shit got me in my bag of being emotionless, riddled with trust issues. Can't express how I feel cause people be judgmental. Paranoia sinks in like they all be out to get you, so defense mechanisms have me lashing against them. I can't even shed a tear, whether enjoy or pains out this year. Cause one half of me is happy about me breathing his air, while this other half of me's like, why am I even here? So like age liquor, I keep shit bottled in, but I gotta let it pour from my mind into this pen, cause if I don't...
Viewer discretion is advised.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe.
That's it. It's the vibe.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. Yo! Hold up! Time out! Time out!
What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you out to Midweek Vibe. I'm your boy Cobain. That is Draper Winston.
I am.
And it's slippery out there, y'all. It's a slippery Wednesday.
However you want to take that bitch, but yeah, it is.
Trust me, it's not the way you want to be sliding today.
No, you don't want to be sliding this and that away. Not on this a Wednesday.
That is not the way you want to slip in.
Not at all.
Shout out to the slip in.
Man.
Because we used, never mind.
Man.
Because we used to slip in.
Oh, man. If you ain't never.
No, I'm not talking about the West
End.
No, I'm not talking about the West End.
No. God damn.
Oh, man. Have a nigga lit so bad, he had to recover by the weekend. Oh, man. Okay, I'm done. I'm already in the fucking mood today.
He's excited. I like it.
I mean, we look, obviously, you know, whether y'all tuning in around the country or you here in Dallas, you know, or in Texas, period. I mean, we don't have to say the fucking weather report today.
We don't. If your baby ain't got their notification that their school is closed tomorrow, and all that, if you ain't got your inclement weather report,
look, if you ain't re-upped on the Fruity Pebbles,
if you ain't gone and got your extra fruit snacks and your extra Capri Suns, then it's gonna be a long day and a half for you.
If you ain't grabbed them last two Lunchables, that was in the yo. You know the people fighting over the Lunchables or whatever.
They fighting over that $1.37 Lunchable.
Hell yeah.
With them slimy ass turkey and ham and shit.
I ain't cooking nothing.
Nothing for y'all.
Goddamn thing.
Cooking shit for y'all.
AP was good. Not a dirt, but okay. All right. This isn't that kind of fishy to you, bro? I'm trying not to go, bro. It does.
And
which, hold on, let me say, I'm not complaining
at all.
Cause look, I could be at the crib. I got some other work to do.
Right.
You know, but at the same time, bro.
And this is the reason. This is the reason why Super Bowl will never come to Dallas. Why the NBA All-Star Game will never come to Dallas.
We all remember 2011 and 2012.
We all remember that. That was the worst time.
Them dots were impressive, bro.
They were.
They impressive. They were still running and getting their stroll on in their heels down.
Man, in the icy weather. In the icy weather. Running down Main Street and Commerce and shit.
Hey, Joe Johnson.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, bro.
Wait a minute. Wait. Clink, click, clack, clack, clack. Hey, wait.
Hey, Shelly, get my sled.
Wait. Girl, I didn't bring my snow boots, did you? I didn't bring my parka. Bitch, they can't see nothing up under that parka. No way.
I had a homegirl. This is what All-Star that year.
Yeah.
I had a homegirl like tell me like, hey, can you come pick us up? And this was at Jerry's World. Can you come pick us up? I said, look. I said, motherfucker, you owe me.
Damn.
For this shit. Yo, you know how much fucking traffic was around that shit?
Ooh.
It took us an hour just to get out of like the parking in Jerry's World, bro.
Oh, yeah. I totally believe it, dog. I totally believe it. And what's crazy was that I was supposed to do a play. So Martin Lawrence was supposed to be performing right above us at the Majestic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our play was it was part of this whole entertainment package weekend that Source was putting on. And so we were supposed to perform right after Martin, right? We were supposed to perform right after Martin. Man, they snowed that bitch out, man, and it canceled. we all sitting in the hotel like, fuck our big break. We was like, Martin ain't really gonna see us. He gonna be gone. Like when you think about it now, you're like, Martin gonna be gone by the time we get up on stage. But we were just like, well, fuck it. We performing after Martin. You know what I'm saying? It was like, fuck it. People will still be there. We guess. You know. But then that bitch shut down. It was like, damn. We ain't gonna get a chance to perform after Martin. And so now thinking back on it as a seasoned grown veteran actor, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Oh
my
God.
Martin's gonna be in the building. We gonna see us. Martin wasn't finna give a shit about us
at all.
At all. Yeah, I mean, every party we were supposed to go to got canceled.
Oh shit.
You know, I mean, because Source had it lined up for us. It was like me and 7 other actors. And so it had it lined up for us where we were supposed to be going to these different spots because we were all part of the Source, right?
Yeah.
Man, everything got shut down. So we went to this one spot, man, out in Addison. Man, wasn't nobody in that bitch.
Nobody.
There was nobody. You would think that the club, this was the club's grand opening. The way it was, no ice in the bar spaces or nothing.
Yo, picture this, bro. Like, and of course, you know that's when niggas was like heavy on the fucking scene back then or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we rolling up, you know, in certain parties, stuff like that, bruh. You know it's fucked up when NBA players niggas they're the quickest fucking walk around I ain't never seen motherfucker do. Niggas walk in the front door, see that shit. Man. Then they say Kenny Smith party was down here or something like that. Let me get the hell up out of here, bro.
This it? We early?
Hold on, look. Nah. You got that one nigga in the entourage like, yo, so what we doing?
What we doing?
What we doing?
And nobody knows why he's really there.
Nobody.
He's just in the entourage, but nobody knows why he's there. But he's the most lit one.
You know, then somebody, I mean, we here. Might as well go to the bar and get at least one drink.
Let's get one drink.
At least one drink.
I really feel like that's code though for like everybody. Like if it's somewhere you go and it's not lit, you got to get one.
Look, that one drink is your allotted time to figure out the next move.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. That is a great point. That's a great point. That gives you about what? Maybe 30 minutes.
No, fuck that.
Maybe
15.
So then it gives you 15 to 30 depending on
how fast the bartender is.
Right.
You know.
Right. And then how many folks you got with you.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe 15 to 30 minutes to figure out what's going to be the next move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. You got to get that one drink in.
Yeah.
For it to make sense.
Oh man, but I you know, we have a first SAT, we have a bevy of topics.
We do.
Yes.
We do. And what better night to give it to you when
I know
you don't have nowhere to go?
Because we might not be going nowhere for a fucking while. I mean, see, tongue twisted and shit.
It's okay.
If any one of y'all, you know, wanna Uber me, if y'all stay around, you know, downtown, if y'all wanna Uber me, you know, to the crib, y'all can just, you know, keep on sliding. I get out and, you know,
just skeet.
Yes. So, I mean, let's go ahead and play Russian roulette. Just go ahead.
Let's get into it, brother.
Topic.
Let's start it.
I mean, you know, we ain't got to get this out the way. Shout out to the Brat. You know,
Shout out to the bracket.
she
Congratulations.
just got congratulations. She just got look. I'm looking at the fucking.
You looking
board
at the
over there.
soundboard?
You know, round of applause to her. She just got married.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to her.
Congratulations
and her
to the brat for getting married.
I see. I want to say, look, her spouse. I don't
Say
want to say the miss,
say
the
right.
misses or whatever like that because I don't know which one is which.
You don't know what to use, right?
I don't know.
You don't know
which
the pronouns.
And I don't want them outside the studio like they
Trying
were
to get
last week.
Nobody in trouble.
Like they were, last week with the fucking Build-A-Bear shit.
We
I don't want them.
want that.
All right. Now,
Gender fluid birds.
Exactly. The rest of this shit ain't gonna be
At all.
which one we get? Okay, let's go ahead and get Juwan Howard out the way.
Let's go. Okay, let's do it. Let's talk
All
about
right.
this.
So Michigan basketball. If you watch college basketball, obviously you know that there's certain rivalries and certain teams, they get, into a little, I guess it's a spelling bee word. They get into tussles every now and then.
Nice spelling bee.
And you rarely see the coaches.
Yes.
You rarely see the coaches get into
Rare.
it.
This is rare. You're right.
Very, very fucking rare. But it happened. It happened, after the Wisconsin Michigan game. Now Wisconsin, did, beat the hell out of them.
They did. They
know.
did.
But, like in all there's certain unwritten rules.
Yes.
Certain
Correct. Absolutely. She beating the shit
beating
out of
the
that.
hell out of that. I
Out
was
of
like,
goddamn dustpan.
hold on, look, black people. I'm looking around like, is that the fucking weather?
What is that?
Is that ice or something?
Beating the
motherfucker?
shit out that
Yeah,
dustpan.
but there are certain unwritten rules. Okay, so we're gonna talk about rule. You hold the fucking ball.
Just hold the ball.
Just hold the ball. Let the
hold the
clock
ball.
go out. You hold the shit. You don't. Another unwritten fucking rule. And this is what started everything with the Michigan and Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
Calling a fucking timeout
Yeah.
that fucking late in
That late, yeah.
up under a minute or whatever
Right.
it is. Basically, whether it's for people to get a fucking applause, this ain't no goddamn championship.
Right. And I mean they were at home. They were at home.
Yeah, they were home.
I believe. They were at Wisconsin.
Wisconsin,
They were
yeah.
at Wisconsin.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't senior night.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't
Nope.
anything spectacular or anything like that to where you call a timeout that late into the game to try to get anybody in.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you got your 13, 14, 15 player, send them to the scores table. If they get in, great. If not, so be it.
My thing is, why even do that? Why are you gonna try to clear the bench with 20 seconds on the clock and shit?
Yeah. Right.
Why? So Juwan Howard, who's the head coach at Michigan, had a couple choice words, for them, for the coaches. But this is where, especially because it's Black History Month,
Yeah.
Jeezy and Boys in the Hood said it best. You can talk all the shit you want. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on
Don't
me.
put your hands on me. That's a great question there, Kels.
What'd she say?
She said, I thought he called a timeout because the scrubs were in and couldn't get the ball up the court.
You up 20.
But he was up 20, right?
You up 20.
Right.
Who gives a fuck?
He was up 20. That's
Look,
right.
Hey, look, you just go in the locker room after the game and
He
tell
was up-
them. No,
This why y'all don't get in.
no, look, I'm going to the air out. After this,
I'm going to the air rap. I'm going. Moments too big. Moments too big. You
Pissed
pissed
out
out
your
your leg. Not an athlete here. Davis.
you let him drive up the middle just like your mama.
Just like your mama. You know how many that drove up that middle?
But no, Kels, like literally. I don't look. You're about fucking 20. Use it as a fucking teaching moment, in film or whatever. You don't nah.
And the problem I had with it is not only that. Okay, he called a timeout, but more than that, right? Juwan played the game at every level.
He did.
Okay?
Yeah.
So he's a competitor.
Yes.
All right? He's a competitor.
Yes.
He's a hooper.
Yeah.
He was a hooper first.
Yes.
Before he was a coach. He was a
Exactly.
hooper first.
Uh-huh.
I don't know other Wisconsin's background and if he was a hooper or not.
He was a stat boy.
He was a stat boy, right? So, with that being said, right, what prompted it, what I saw was all Juwan Howard said to him was, and he pulled his mask down to hear it. All he said was, I'm going to remember that shit.
Yeah.
That was it. That was all he said.
And then like I said,
kept walking.
The assistant coach grabbed him.
Yeah.
The assistant coach. See, this is where
Again, yeah.
Willie Nelson had a great ass song. know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You got to count your. See, look, but the assistant coach tried to jump in to help the look, like thinking that he's gonna save or help the fucking head coach. The head coach wasn't doing anything. They had they had their words. They were moving on. The assistant coach, especially during Black History Month, he grabbed him.
Yeah,
Juwan quickly moved his hand and told him, pointed at him, "Don't fucking touch me.
Don't touch me."
Assistant coach still did whatever.
Yep.
You know, Juwan did whatever.
Yep.
Players got in between. It kept saying something.
Bow. Juwan. And what's so funny about it, and what's up, though, and what I'm so happy about it was that it was one of them reach back smacks, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
he came across 5 people.
Hey,
and connected with old boy. He came across 5 people and connected. Man,
he hit the temple and the eardrum at the same time.
Do it again. and then he had the face.
Hold on. No. That's when you know, like that drawback. That hand came back. He had to snap back. He had to. Exactly, bro. You know, so hey, and everybody's in the uproar. They were like, "Yo, he may lose it. He's not gonna lose his fucking job." Like it was some unsaid shit that, you know, I guess some people like that's on the coaching staff is still there, or like somebody's still around the program or whatever. But it was stemming from back then. So I mean, it's warranted. You know, it's a heated rivalry, whatever the case may be. You know, hey, Juwan, you know, hey, take them 5 games, bro. Come on back.
Yeah.
You know, but the moral of the story is, don't put your fucking hands on me.
And that's where it started at. But with the problem that I'm having with all of this is what are the repercussions that the Wisconsin coach is gonna have? Like, it was more than just than that. He grabbed. There was another coach back there that did the suck it sign and all that, and then so he got him. And of course, there had to be other stuff said. All right, because we see Juwan smack the shit out this dude. We see that.
Yeah.
But as calm as Juwan Howard is, as calm as he is, for him to reach back the way that he did, and he reached back to his Fab 5 days to smack the shit out of old boy.
He did.
So to do that, what was said at that time for this said the walk-ons lose their scholarship and shit.
Now, see, we laughing, and it may be some people like, what, walk it? But it's some confused motherfuckers out there.
It really is.
Look, for some of you people, walk-ons do not have a fucking scholarship. Get the joke. All right, so I mean, let's go. Look, bro, look. What time? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Bro, we in good time.
I know we are. But speaking of, you know, shit that, you know, people getting reprimanded. First toss word.
Nice.
Seems like this is turning into like As the World Turns, or you know, Young and the Kardashians, or some shit. Like, your boy Kanye just will not fucking stop, bro. Every fucking week he's doing something. You know. Now, this week, I kind of understand, but then I don't. You know, I kind of understand.
Do we ever really understand him?
I mean,
and what's frightening about it, brother, is I watched the documentary, which we'll touch on after this.
Dope as shit.
And the next episode is out tonight.
Oh my god!
Right, so I'll probably watch that when I get to the house.
Yeah,
but
dope as shit.
We'll touch back on that. But after watching the first one and seeing where he is now, I'm like, damn. Like, bro, I want to give him like a fist bump, but like, bro, you know, you want to talk to somebody?
Look, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, we know where he went left, or at least I do, and I can tell you where he went left. But look, we'll talk about that after this. So your boy Kanye, you know, gearing up for Donda 2, you know, the sequel to
yes,
his album he just dropped, Donda, which is titled after his mother. He had a concert, you know, or you know, festivities in Miami.
Yeah,
you know, yesterday.
Okay.
And it was the same Donda setup with the house, you know, in the black, and then
smoke,
you know,
all
the smoke,
that, yeah,
and then you know, walking around and you know, clockwise in a circle, and then singing and some other,
Ritualistic shit.
yes, very ritualistic. And they say, like, I forget the name of the song, but the song with the baby and somebody else that he was about to perform.
Okay.
And started, and somebody in the crowd, like, basically with the video or whatever, said that, the mics or his sound was not synced up with the sound of the actual track or whatever. It was like a little delay between the two or whatever that. Well, apparently Kanye got fed up. He got fed up.
Kanye.
Yeah, he threw the fucking mic down and just commenced to walk off.
Yes.
And they said, I guess him throwing the mic down was the end of the fucking concert.
That just ended it.
That just ended it. He ain't come back out. Nothing.
Well, damn, Kanye.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I can understand the shit. I can sort of see it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, because so I went to the Anita Baker concert. This was like the last time she was in Dallas. I had to catch her before. It's a legend. Had to catch her one time before.
Anita.
But Anita was on stage and she kept, like, in between the songs or whatever, or like the beginning of the songs, she was talking to the sound guy. And I was sitting there at first. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, but she did it a couple more times, and I'm in amazement because I'm like, your fucking ear is so fucking trained. That shit is crazy. Like she was telling the guy, take my highs down.
Damn.
Like as she sing with that, and the guy, like, he did some, or I guess he was still trying to with it. She said, take my highs down and put them on my background singers. Take this, blah blah blah. And I'm sitting here like, in the middle of a fucking, like, arena, like, an arena with all these people, like cheering, and like the music's loud and everything else. She's like, take this, my low's down, blah blah blah. And then she's like in between one of her, like, as she's talking, she said something almost to the effect of, like, we gonna get it right. We gonna get it right at least one time.
Wow.
I kept saying, look, somebody gonna get fired tonight.
Somebody.
And apparently that is exactly what the fuck happened with with these people at Kanye's concert. They said he probably, he went on live or something like that and fired the whole goddamn sound.
So he went, instead of going to them, he go to social media in Kanye fashion, instead of going to them and saying, hey, y'all, this is bullshit, y'all are fired.
No, this allegedly. Fired the whole fucking sound crew.
The whole crew via social media.
And somebody said, why are y'all fucking surprised? This is the same guy that went on social media and fired his fucking manager years ago too. So, I mean, what? I don't know. Look, okay, I don't understand too. Why not finish the fucking shit? You got all your money.
True.
Everybody paid for the fucking tickets. Yeah. You were selling new Yeezy, like new Yeezys, the sneakers, and the slides. You were selling the new shit at the fucking stadium. Yes. So he was. Oh my god. He was tripling his shit, bro.
So he was selling. So he was actually selling his clothing line as the merch.
Yes.
At the theater.
Yes.
Or wherever he was performing at.
Probably at wherever. What the hell Miami Heat play? Ain't that?
I don't. They're the Trade America. The Trade America Center or something like that.
Yeah. So yes, I'm pretty sure that's sold out. Damn. That's sold out. Plus, you were selling Yeezy apparel.
Golly. So the slides run easily 300.
Yeah, they do.
What are those? The 500s, deserts or whatever that them boys playing basketball in. Those are 500.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah, bro.
And then his merch, the ones that got the holes in them.
$2,000.
That's $2,000 sweater, sweatshirt. Somebody walked out that bitch, spent $10,000 to see Kanye West.
See him throw the fucking mic down.
Throw the mic down. And them space booties he got on. Let's not forget them. And those are all Adidas, right?
All Adidas.
Those boots are even Adidas.
Yes.
Those boots are ugly as fuck.
All his shit is Adidas, bro. All of it is Adidas.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, very, very
That's crazy. So I'm not surprised by when today a young man was telling me about the Donda 2 album.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that to be able to listen to it, you have to buy this $200 speaker. Right? So the speaker, it fits in the palm of your hand, and it's like a sphere. Not even a sphere, maybe like a disc, a sand dollar or some shit like that. And so you can download the music there. That's the only way that you can listen to Donda 2 is on that speaker. Now, the speaker you can turn up, you can do different things. You can also download other music on there. But the only way that you can listen to Donda 2, it's not going to Spotify, not going to Apple, not going to any other streaming platform.
Oh, no. So you're saying, so you're saying the only way to download it or be able to like hear the album is on that fucking speaker.
It's on that speaker.
Kanye, don't test me, bro.
For $200.
Look, Kanye, don't test me, bro. I'ma hide that shit.
Like
without that fucking speaker, I'ma hide that shit. Don't test me, bro.
$200, dog. $200. I was like, are we serious here?
What up,
really,
Jack? What up, Jasmine?
I said, really? Are we really doing this, Kanye? Like, really?
But it's kind of it's genius.
It
It's the next
is
step.
genius because it's gonna happen.
Because
People
remember
pay for it.
when Jay-Z, this was the Magna Carta.
Yeah.
Magna Carta album. He did a little deal with, I think it was Samsung.
Yes.
Or whatever, where like if you had a Samsung account or you bought like you could download
or Tidal or something like that. You got it early or something like that.
Yeah, he sold 1 million copies, which means that the first day he had a platinum fucking album. It was genius.
Which he was. It was.
Yeah.
But that's either having a Samsung phone that you already have.
Yeah.
Right? Or you already have the app that you already have. Okay. Now I get that. He already had the app. He was already owner or part owner of the app. So I understand that. Okay. But I don't want to have to buy a new damn device to hear 27 songs.
Yeah, think about this, bro. Think about this.
For $200?
Think about this. Kanye is about to make about 200 more million off that shit. Because that like Donda 2 is gonna go platinum.
It is, but after listening to the song, I was like, this is weird.
All the shit.
It's weird, right?
And I want y'all to understand. I want to
weird.
I want to see the fucking speaker because I'm pretty sure it's some more ritualistic shit.
I'm gonna try to find this.
Yeah, try to find this shit while we
transition.
And just quickly, if y'all have not watched episode 1 of, it's called, what is it? Yeenus. Pause. Sounds too close to another word.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's like they put it's like they tried to mix, Yeezus with
Genius. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Tried to mix that shit. So, but if you have not watched the first episode on Spotify, not Spotify, Netflix. I'm all over. My fucking album is constantly playing on Spotify right now. Quickly about to approach 500,000 spins, but that's a whole nother story. Shameless plug. Love Cobain. If you haven't gotten it, go ahead and get it right now. But it's on Netflix. It is on Netflix. And when I say I love to watch shit like this because it basically pushes back against the narrative that's been told all these years. Just for one, the story that I was always told, that I always heard, was that Kanye was basically transitioning. He was working on becoming, an artist or whatever.
Yeah.
He was always a producer.
Yes.
That he really wasn't good at rapping, this and the other. That College Dropout album, his first album,
Yeah.
Kanye had already had it for 10 fucking years.
He
bro.
did. That's scary.
What up, tell you?
He
He
did.
literally, he already had
really
it for 10.
did.
So all falls down. He was, matter of fact, he was going through the office of Rockefeller, playing
it for
all
everybody.
And matter of fact,
Yeah.
it's not out there, but I have it on the old CD, bro. The original version of that shit with
The one with
the Lauryn Hill sample.
Yeah, not with Selena Johnson.
No,
but
because okay, people, if you don't know, the reason why Selena Johnson was on that record was because Lauryn Hill did not clear that sample. I have, and I need to look. I'm gonna sit on one day and just listen to the shit so I can find it or whatever. But he was playing that in the offices of Rockefeller Records or whatever, and they wasn't fooling with the shit.
yeah.
You know, he had he had Jesus Walks.
He had all of that. That's what's crazy is that when those songs took off, man, he had been sitting on them. He had them. He had been sitting on them, and they weren't feeling them. And he had done all these tracks for all these people. I mean, it wasn't like he wasn't known.
No, he was known.
They was just being who they were, bro.
It's the same situation as, you know, what we go through right now. You know, like motherfuckers that are in the door.
Yeah.
Try to padlock that shit.
Yeah.
And don't want to let you in. Pause. Because
it really is.
What I do doesn't sound like you.
Right. There's a lane for everybody.
It's a lane for everybody.
It's a lane for everybody. That's the part that I don't like about these gatekeepers. Man, they think that, oh, this new fresh person coming in, and it's not.
Jazz said it looks like an alien.
Child, yes. And this is called the STEM player. Okay? This is called the STEM player. So of course you can see right in the middle there's the little button. And it was kind of open in the middle because you had to hit the it was a red, a yellow, a green,
and a blue.
And then a blue.
Yep.
And then it was like a steering wheel, but it was
you had the
name of that damn.
And it had the colors. It was boop boop boop. And you had to hit the shit right along with it.
Dog, see, I'm the type that I gotta find it until it's gonna bother me.
Come on, y'all about to say, look, you motherfuckers. Come on, MWV family.
Come on, MWV family.
Y'all know.
Trying to figure this out.
Y'all know what we talking about.
Y'all know. Gosh.
Simon. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jazz. Thank you. Yes.
Jazz.
He is not slick. That shit is nothing but a play on Simon, bro. That's all that is. That is all that is.
Come on, put up. You goddamn right.
Yes.
You goddamn right.
Yes. Now if you could you take a picture and put that shit up next.
Hold on, I'm finna see.
Yo, that is I promise you. And like, I mean, obviously y'all should know that, you know, everything that's put out is a play on, you know, is a play on the fucking, you know, past. Or they mix and stole some shit. But another thing, bruh, that I did not know. Kanye was shopping, bro. He was shopping his fucking album. Or he was trying to get a deal with multiple record labels.
Yeah, Raucus was one, and then it was Raucus was one, and I think he said Columbia or somebody else was another one.
But everybody wanted to keep him. Everybody wanted to keep him as a producer.
Yeah, they did. He had a lot of leverage, which is weird because he had so much leverage. He had a lot of leverage because not only did they want to keep him as a producer, but he had already produced so many hits for all these artists that were on all of their stuff.
Listen, bro. When you're able to produce not only half of the there we go. Look at that. Look at that shit. When you're able to produce not only half of the Blueprint album, but you do a Black Star album with Talib Kweli and Mos Def, bro.
Bro, he had me at he produced half of the Blueprint. He had me at that. I mean, he produced two or three of the Steel to this day. Like some of the most spun records ever. H to the Izzo and Big Pimpin'. He produced them tracks.
He had and think about it too. He had them fucking tracks years.
That's crazy.
Years before that shit.
That's
what up,
crazy.
Chaz?
That's
crazy.
Man.
Look, Jazz talking about bringing back memories. Yes. And so y'all go ahead and get this stem.
Can y'all get that stem? Go ahead and get that stem speaker. See, look.
Go and get that
it's
stem.
Either that.
Go and get that stem.
It's either that. That's what it's looking like right there. That's the Kanye stem player. Okay, the Kanye stem player that he's selling for $200. You can either get that, or you can go on and just go to Walmart and get you one of these.
I wonder. Look, hold on. I wonder if Simon has a USB port.
Because I see the power button sitting right there in the middle.
Exactly. I wonder if it has a USB port and you can play a song and the song light up.
The song light up.
And you just got to press the.
Yeah, Kanye, you ain't slick, nigga. You ain't slick.
Not slick at all. But speaking of things that are not slick, let's go ahead and move to the midweek minute, bro.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Let's do it. What up, TJ?
Oh man.
All right.
so this midweek minute, bro. This midweek minute.
Let's did it.
It's midweek minute. Every now and then, you know, we play practical jokes. Or you know, you find somebody that's gullible as shit. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
And so you just have to run with a fucking story. You just have to run with it. But sometimes somebody tell you some shit. And you could just look at them. You could just look at them and be like, you know what? Nah, I don't fucking believe you. That shit is too good to be fucking true. You know? Nah, I'm good. Well, this lady obviously didn't do that shit. She did not do this shit.
Well, damn.
Robert Goldman is the man's name. Fooling people is his game. And he fooled this lady into thinking that she was trained to be a DEA agent for an entire fucking year. I'm gonna say this again. He fooled this lady into thinking that she was training to be a DEA agent. And it's a federal agent. That she was trained to be a federal agent for over a year.
But wait, there's more.
So
now, the good book says, what is done in the dark will always come to the light. And it just so happened, you know, hey, everything was going smooth until, you know, them real people. Them real people show up.
the real DEA, the ones that got the real, you know, windbreaker jackets.
Them real people, look, hold on. The real people roll up and they asked him, like, you know, started asking him, you know, like, what is he doing? This and the other. Asked for credentials. He shows them a replica badge, and he has on the windbreaker. And so does she. Yeah. What up, Nikki? Yo, like, no, look, bruh, has on the windbreaker.
Oh my God.
Had on the whole nine. He flashed the badge like, ha. And you see the DEA running across that shit. He had the whole nine. She did too. So they obviously, you know, they were asking, you know, certain questions,
right?
This, that, and the other. It was at this moment he knew he had fucked up. Cause your shit not lining up. He even told them, bro. He even told them that he got more gear and shit back at his crib. He got more DEA gear back at his crib, bro.
Now, it ain't like you can just go buy the shit off of like Amazon, like the official stuff. It's not like an official store or an official IG place to go and buy this stuff. It's not like you can just, you know, type in official DEA gear, get it on sale now, 2-for-1 windbreakers. It ain't, you can just do that shit, man. That shit is government official license issued to you, and this bitch talk about, yeah, I got more.
Yo, they was standing out on the corner like it was a stakeout or something. Like they just hold on. They asked her where did she get her credentials from? And I got some questions for her ass too.
God, yes.
But they asked her like, where the fuck she was like, I got my credentials from him.
Was that her fucking answer? Was that her answer? Where'd you get your credentials from? Him.
Yo,
from him.
Hold on. Not in the
He gave it to me.
Not in the federal building where they got your fingerprints and they did a background check and everyone listened. No, you got it from him. Mr. Goldman.
Mr. Goldman. Mr. Goldman is where you got him from.
You got it from Mr. Goldman.
Mr. Goldman. So you had that's your answer. Mr. Goldman gave it to me.
Hold on. And I bet you went to his crib and got your fucking DEA gear like it's a fucking AAU coach or some shit. What size are you?
Hey, Mr. Goldman had it in the duffel bag waiting for him. What's it, Sally? Oh, yeah, yours is right there. Yours is right there.
Go in the bathroom and make sure that fits.
Hey, Mr. Goldman ruffling through shirts like that. Did I give you a large in your bag? I missed up a couple of them. Did I give you the right size? Hold on.
You know,
hold on. Make sure you got the right size in that duffel bag right there.
I'm about to say these larges be going quick.
I know I ordered some other mediums. Did I give you a medium, Sally? Did I not? Hold on.
Oh my God, bro. Yo, seriously, bro. Everything wrong with it. Where do you check in? Did he tell you like this was training day? We don't go to the office. You meet me at the coffee shop every fucking morning. How, bruh?
How you get your assignment?
Bruh,
it just got a different name on it.
It do.
It's got papers in it. He's sending this baby on a wild goose chase. And she ain't going away.
Smith file. Who the fuck is Smith?
Who the fuck is Smith? Who is Smith? And so she ending up in the forest researching some case that don't exist. And she just looking around. I didn't find anything at the site.
She in Walmart checking apple pies in the frozen food section, looking for clues and shit like it's national treasure. Like, come on, like seriously.
But Willie walking with her windbreaker on, no. Like, this is so bad. Everything wrong with that.
Everything. Every fucking thing.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, bro. How?
Oh. And it gets worse as you get to thinking about it, right? Because when you broke the story down, I'm like, hey, this lady ain't going to no office. She ain't going to no building.
Nothing.
She ain't got no fingerprints. She ain't got no government security clearance. She ain't.
Now the question. Now another question is. Okay, you not meeting up, or you not clocking in or whatever at no fucking building or nothing like that. So obviously you went to his fucking house because he got more gear in his trunk and at the house. So when you went, when you went in his house, did he have a board set up like a full look?
They have the pictures and everything with everybody on them.
Hold on, like a vision board and shit. Did he have a board set up with the tax like linking everybody together?
With the tax in the yarn?
Yes.
Solving the case.
He done typed out little clips on the fucking Word and shit. Put up there.
But he really do got it up there looking like a vision board.
Hold on. How did he pay you? Did he cash app you? Did he?
Because obviously motherfucker ain't have no EIN or no
none.
Shit. You wasn't getting no type of direct deposit or nothing.
When he send you, if you got direct deposit or he sent it over, was he putting like fake ass codes on there like, look, United States government, or how the fuck it's sent? Was he like, well, I mean, how?
There's no way that this woman went. There's no way that this woman went a full year, right? And at some point, she had to have asked some sort of question, because where were the other agents?
Where?
You know what I'm saying? Where were the other agents at?
Were you training
that went through training?
No, were you training at Lifetime? Where were you training?
As a DEA, right? Okay, great point. As a DEA agent, you're gonna be running from time to time. You may have to do a chase. You know, even the police, they have their own facility that they train everybody at. Fire department, they have their own facility that they train everybody at. But you just went over to Mr. Goldman house and you just trained in his backyard, and You don't even know how to look for drugs. Like you don't. Do you even know how to shoot a gun? Like you don't know what to do.
Motherfucker put some paprika in a bag. Like, what is this? Like Trey today, smoke it.
Man, I have no clue. Yo, y'all got to go to the Facebook for the sound, for the good sound that has everything on it, y'all.
Oh man, what up, Mo? What up, Bubbles?
Yeah, all that has the good sound is on Facebook.
Only one Quinn was good.
Trying to figure out the setup though, but
Listen, blame it on the fucking weather.
yeah,
blame it on the weather.
and the meta.
Yeah, and the metal. Yo, okay, this is the last. Look, this is gonna be a long ass episode. Pause. But no, like seriously, bro. How the fuck did she fool? Like, how the fuck does he fool you for an entire fucking year?
That's 365 days.
That you were trained to be a DEA agent. Something slipped up. Something
had.
Some slipped up. His wife, look, you around. His wife say, "Hey babe, your job call." Your job call. But it's you forgot to change out the floor placements on the. I mean, like seriously, what for? Hold on. You know, DEA agents, whatever like that, look, they get a phone.
Yeah,
They get a phone, they badge, like some other shit. A whole entire fucking year though.
Wow. Okay. So here we go. We live in a world of technology. So I went and checked it out to see.
Oh Lord.
So, on average, how long does it take to become a DEA agent? It says it can take up to 12 months to make it through the DEA hiring process. And 18 weeks after that, this dumb. 18 weeks after that to complete basic agent training.
So basically a year and a half.
A year and a half.
To become a full agent, a year and a half.
Right. That is correct.
So, okay, she could have been fooled because you were just now for a year. You were just now about to get into your PT. You just not getting the training.
The more you search,
oh hell,
the more you search, the DEA Basic Agent Training Program, which makes this even worse.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
I'm gonna do that shit already.
Which makes this even worse.
No.
The DEA Basic Training Program is an 18-week entry-level training program designed to prepare DEA special agents for field assignments nationwide.
Really, nigga?
Oh my God.
Hey, Celeste. Yes. 18 weeks. 18 weeks, right? That's it. 18 weeks. And let's see. Now, here we go. Of course, you got to find more information. So there's different clearances and levels. You got GS7, GS9 levels. Depending on, all right, go to the Facebook. I don't know why y'all can't hear me, but go to the Facebook. My mic is on. Can you hear me now? My mic is on. No, why y'all keep saying
Can you
y'all
hear me
can't
now?
me?
Can you hear me now?
Can
Can you hear me now?
So there's two different levels. GS, you can be hired as a GS7 or GS9 level, depending on education and experience. After 4 years of service, 4 years of service, agents are eligible to progress to the GS13 level and can earn approximately $92,000.
Well, this shit was G4 classified. Shit was G4 classified. Ain't no fucking way, yo. Oh my God, yo.
Yeah, man.
No.
Yeah.
No. Fuck no.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what you have to just blame the meta. I don't know what's going on, why y'all can't hear me on IG. But yeah.
We know why. IG be fucking with us.
Yeah.
Be fucking with us, yo.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
Wow. So there was a lot that Mr. Goldblumberg got away with.
Oh my God, y'all. He probably paid her with the PPP.
But
He paid her with the PPP.
that's probably how he got in business. I'm a registered DEA training facility.
Go get a little corner office. He renting out a warehouse, bro.
And he just went and bought some DEA jackets. Went online, bought some DEA jackets.
And then he went and bought a fold out table and set that shit up with a tack board.
Went and got a sponsor for a gun range and said, can we just meet here and just practice shooting?
Hi, y'all. Like, we got, oh, shit. Let's go, Lyric Lounge. Let's go ahead.
Let's go, Lyric Lounge. All right.
Shit.
Where y'all not hearing any sound on the IG? Is it on? Y'all can hear it on the Facebook, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they can hear on the Facebook.
Yeah, you can hear it on Facebook. I don't know why you can't hear it on the IG, y'all.
Yeah, I mean,
We're gonna jump into this Lyric Lounge for today. All right, y'all. I have no clue why y'all not hearing me, but on there. All right. So of course this is Black History Month, and with it being Black History Month, we got to make sure that we acknowledge all of our Black history, people that have done some amazing things in the Black community.
oh, shit.
Okay. Last week, it must be IG, y'all. I have no clue what's going on or why, because they saying there's no sound on the midweek one either.
Really?
Yeah, that's interesting. But he got it on his.
I got it on mine.
We'll check it in a minute. I don't know what's going on.
Look, can y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear Cobain?
Can y'all hear me?
Y'all go to Cobain's.
Cobain. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, see, I got everything on, y'all. I don't know.
Look, I'll check and see what's going on with
Check it over there. All right. So, with this being Black History Month,
Kel said only mine is working.
Man, dang. Okay. Well, with this being Black History Month, check the side over there and make sure that it's on and the volume is up. It should be. Yep, you just closed it. That's how you know that he. I'm gonna bring you. Come back over here. But hold on, I'm about to fix it. Hold on.
Now look, go ahead and travel with the mics. I got you. Look, you travel with the mic. I got you covered.
See, that's how we're gonna do it. See, now the focus is on you, so it's on Cobain right now. So I'm about to go over there and I'm about to check this real quick, and then we'll come back for Lyric Lounge. Okay.
Okay. For everybody,
explain it.
For everybody who doesn't know what Lyric Lounge is, for all you newcomers or whatever, I saw a couple new people that was on my IG Live. Lyric Lounge is our favorite segment where Draper gets to pick any song, any genre from anywhere, whether that's country, R&B, rock, pop, gospel, opera, whatever it is. He has to say the lyrics. Say the lyrics in a theatrical voice. All right. So we've had Terrence Howard. We've had Maya Angelou. He's done Kamala Harris. I mean, he's a whole SAT word plethora of people that he's done. The twist is I have no fucking clue what he's going to do. All right. I have no fucking clue. Now, I have to give my response or my interpretation of those lyrics. Normally an ebonical response. But since, the past year or whatever like that, I did a little nursery rhyme and Draper said, fuck that. You have to say them shits in rhymes. You have to say bars, So, yes, I will give you fucking bars. Now, sometimes the shit does not line up with the fucking song, but it's my goddamn interpretation, people. It's my fucking interpretation. And there it is. As he's still
getting this.
Pull the mic up. Yo, IG, be back in a second.
It ain't us. This is IG.
No, I'm serious. So, look, hey, fuck it. They go to the Facebook Live or they can hear whatever. Look. Kel said I paid my bill. All bills is paid.
All bills is paid.
All bills is paid.
All bills is paid now.
Oh, shit.
I got the notifications. See it.
Oh, man.
All right, we're going to try this again.
All right, bro, let's go.
Let it in there. All right, we got 27 of y'all active. We're coming in there. Y'all, and it's been that down. You should find out what happened to the music earlier, and then try to the sound. Can y'all hear us now? Huh? Can you hear me now? Right? Every night. the South. Gucci slippers. Kels, you on. Can you hear us now? Can you hear me now? Dang, she said she still can't hear me.
All right, bro.
Well, I gotta go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. We'll just put that right there. Okay.
They can see it.
Go to the Facebook.
They can see it.
Y'all go to the Facebook if y'all can't see. Hey, Nasu. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. So,
did it ever align?
I have no clue. Nah, we'll just let. Boy, Kels know how to joke, don't she? All right. So this week's Lyric Lounge, right? We like to make sure that we are accentuating all of our black history people, okay? And so last week we had one of the most epic Super Bowl halftime shows, right? We had one of the most epic Super Bowl halftime shows that we'll probably ever see in a long time, And so, therefore, it's only right that we acknowledge the queen herself.
Oh, hell.
Mary J. Blige. All right? Mary J. Blige. But we are going to have a reading of the lyrics of one of her most famous songs by none other than Mr. Denzel Washington himself.
Oh, shit. T. West, ISIS was good.
You called me to come do this? Huh? Mary J. Blige, huh? Okay, all right, okay. You call me to come and do a Mary J. Blige song, and I tell you what, I'm going to do a Mary J. Blige song on here tonight because that's what I'm going to do. All right, here we go. Let's get it crunk up on. Have fun up on in this dancery, huh? Yeah. Got y'all open, huh? My man. But now you're floating. Huh? I got you floating. That's what I said. So you got to dance for me. That's what I said, because why? Motherfuckers ain't got shit on me.
Shoe program.
Nigga. Don't need no hateration. Jake! Jake! We don't need no hateration, huh? No holleration, huh? Yeah, huh? In this dancery.
Yes, Jasmine, that's Denzel.
Huh? So let's get it percolating, huh?
Oh, my God.
While you're waiting. So you got to dance for me.
Oh, shit.
You got to dance for me. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like Blue Magic. It's a brand name. Blue Magic. I stand behind that. I guarantee it in this dancery. And they know that better than they know the chairman of General Mills and no holleration or hateration.
My man.
My man. So when you cut it up 3-4 times and you call it red magic, that's copyright infringement, Nikki. That's what they say. So come on and get up and dance in this holleration. No hateration. Jake! I really think that's my favorite part. It's just because you gotta just Jake!
Nigga sound like Tourette's.
Huh? So you gonna do this to me? Huh?
Oh,
in this dancery? I don't want no holleration, no hateration in this dancery, nigga. Shoe program, nigga.
Oh, my God.
Jake! What shoe program?
Oh,
what you
fuck.
talking about?
Oh, they talking about
shoe program. What?
Nigga talking about StockX.
Like, damn. Shoe program? What? Dang. Dang, Denzel.
Talking about the paper ass slippers.
Shoe program, nigga.
Oh my
Jack!
God. Oh man.
I just feel like you just got to keep saying Jake at the end.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that is this week's midweek vibe.
Oh shit.
Coming to you from none other
Fuck.
than himself.
They give you another round of applause on that shit, bro.
None other than himself.
Yes. Who-wee.
Mr. Denzel.
TJ was good, bro.
Himself.
Oh man. All right. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Whenever you hear that,
Bang, bang, bang.
It's time.
gotta say shit about it. All right. Where do I want to start with this shit?
Kegs. Can you hear me? Is this camera on me?
Oh my God.
Here we go.
I said my boo went out to brunch. She had a lot of mimosas that day. She came home. I told her slide it to the side. It's gonna be my training day. I told her to move her hips. You know, baby, clap it for me. I keep the strobe light going up here in this dancery. You know, skate around the ring. You know them wheels be turning. Oh, man. You know, there's a famous song by a certain group. You know, your body be yearning.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I like the other songs, you know, from that guy with the red Scully. Call this my baby boy. Oh, I lied to the mother bitches. I'll tell you the truth, Yvette, because I love you. Oh, man. But fuck your fort, little nigga.
I tell them hoes the truth.
But fuck your fort, little nigga. I like to do what I want. I need you to do that Mary kick. Just explain it to the point. When she dip it low and bring it back up, you know them cheeks be clapping. Hey, here, guys, smoke this. Nobody knows what's happening. Y'all gonna do this shit to me? After all I did for you? She told me to use the handcuffs, lock her up. She want that program with the shoe.
Shoe program, Nick. Jake!
Oh, my God. Yo, we're going to treat this like Texas. You can slide over the streets. Man, summer's approaching. You city girls. Gonna be sliding in the sheets. Huh? No more hot boy summers.
Oh, man.
You know, I heard they say the dad bods is in.
Fuck that.
She likes to cuddle, so I let my dad bod in. But we all like to win. Because losing's no fun. Oh, shit. You know, I'm a pimp. So you might lose many. Lauren said you just lost one.
Oh.
Oh, man. You can call this nut Zion. The way he be playing in Pelican Bay. Oh shit. Next segment is what the fuck. That's all I got to say.
Round of applause.
Bang,
nigga.
bang, bang.
Oh shit. Oh my god, man. Look, nothing much, TJ. You know it.
But hey, it's they girl.
Yo, look,
Like,
no,
it's they girl.
Bruh,
Like,
look,
it's-
hold on. After all we did for y'all,
Why you being weird to me? Why you being weird to me? After all we done for you, we started with you.
hand on neck, foot on frontal. Now I'm outside of your house. No, I'm serious. Yo, we went live steadily on your shit for at least 60 episodes.
At least once a week. So it was damn near a year.
Yes.
We was. It is a year. We were on your platform, as Jimmy from LinkedIn said. We was on your platform. Jimmy from LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
We was on your platform.
It's okay, though. It's okay. We understand.
So-
Just understand your shit don't get wet enough no more. All right, bro. It's time for
Thank you.
It's time for
Oh man, this show has just been it's been what it's been because we're gonna keep on making it happen is what we do.
Hold on, as the kids say, this show is showing.
This show
This show
is showing, y'all. But we thank you. We love you for being here. So
Yes.
this week's what the fuck moment. All right, now this is a what the fuck moment for the ladies, and this will pose some questions that I definitely want to know. So I believe in self-care. I believe in self-care. Everybody should have some sort of something that they self-care themselves with.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And, I believe in hygiene as well. You know what I mean? Like, guys go getting their haircuts, guys going in, even guys now getting pedicures, manicures, that whole nine, you know what I'm saying?
Facials, all that
Facials, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'll stop at the face and look. Do you get your eyebrows
that's it.
waxed and all that shit? I'll stop at
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Thank you. So I'm not going that far, you know what I'm saying? But trimming, like taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's something else that's going on, and I wanted to know, and this kind of made me say, what the fuck? Hence, so I felt like this was a really great what the fuck moment. Okay. Well, women are getting
Oh my god.
their vajayjays or what have you. They're getting them waxed, right? They're getting them waxed and so on and so forth, right? Well, that's not so much of a uncommon, unnormal thing, right?
Nah.
Vajacials I've heard of as
Okay.
well. It's kind of like you getting a facial for your vagina, right? Well, a young lady on the Twitter bird machine, she said, if ever, and ladies, this one is for y'all, okay? She said, if ever you want a happy ending after your wax, all you have to do is just tell your wax lady. One girl jumped into the comments I'm talking about as fast as Usain Bolt and said, the fuck? The next girl said, oh yeah, my waxologist eats my pussy after each and every wax. I immediately said,
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
yeah. What you planning next week, Jasmine? The vajacial or the happy ending? Which one you planning?
Oh shit.
Make sure you're planning the right one. So
I need my notepad to take notes.
So-
I'll be there, Jazz.
yes, so the young lady, so of course that's where I ran as fast as I could to the comments because I wanted to hear this
Yeah.
and see if this was a norm, right? Because I've heard of women getting waxed,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's not uncommon. But when the girl said, yeah, my waxologist eats my pussy every single time, right? And let's say you go once a month.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's say you go once a month, right? you are not her only client.
Nope.
You are not her only client. Okay? And so, what the fuck? And so, since you are not her only client, right? Now, mind you, I would say, and ladies, please correct me if I'm wrong, I would say that a wax may take 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour to the max. You know, a vajacial may take.
T. West said that is not normal.
That's why I wanted to ask, because when I immediately saw it, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, it's just like, remember the barbershop it's a barbershop. I believe it was in Atlanta, where you can come get a trim. You can get some trim. But okay, look. So I have questions with the shit because I was told that, you know, back in my days, my Mike Larry days, you know, young lady, you know, would, you know, like, hey, come to, like, well, no, I'm getting waxed in the morning, or I'm getting waxed, blah blah blah, and so I can't for a certain amount of time after that shit. So if it's after.
How much time after? Because this baby was talking about like right after her appointment.
She talking about I can't do nothing for at least a day or two or whatever.
See,
like the weekend. Whatever.
She said a day or two, but this girl that jumped on the Twitter machine said that it was done right afterwards. She said, "Happy ending, please," and I guess the lady said, "Okay," and all right, and. But this is a lot of questions.
Whole lot of questions. Look, T. West said 15 minutes max.
Okay, 15 minutes max for wax and vajacial, or wax or vajacial, either one, but 15 minutes for the entire process, right?
You should have sex like a day after because of the skin to skin friction.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Got it, right? Well, what about the happy ending that this baby was getting?
Yeah, because that is mouth to no mind.
That's mouth. That's
chin,
mouth to mouth.
That's chin.
That's chin to lips to mouth to
to cheek. All that.
It's a lot
Nose
that's going on. I mean,
head, shoulders,
knees and toes. Knees and toes.
Look, T. West said you should not.
Well, she is, and apparently she ain't the only one. Now, I don't know where this was, but apparently it's this thing. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was like,
where everything else go down in Atlanta.
I was
I'm sorry I had to.
So Kel said vajacial 30 to 45 minutes. She says, Cole, you right. So you're supposed to wait 24 hours. But this lady said a happy ending me right now. So it made me really go like, is this really happening? Is this thing? Obviously it is, but I was like, this can't be really happening, because when you think about it,
T. West said they need to report her to the BBB.
the Better Business Bureau. They report her to the Bureau.
Look.
Yeah. So that's was this week's what the fuck moment. This was more of a shocker than more so kind of,
but not really, bro.
Funny to me.
Okay, so when I saw the picture, I thought that, you know, I actually thought it was going to be like it was a new form of art, like they trim your shit like Mr. Miyagi with the bonsai tree.
Yeah, the bonsai tree. Okay,
the bonsai tree. That's where I thought you were gonna go.
No.
But look, the whole,
yeah,
like the fucking lady with the guitar shit playing it with her tongue.
With her tongue, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Like this is new. This is new. But where you get that pic? The internet. What you mean? That's how I found out what the fuck moment was from the internet.
Get every fucking thing.
Everything is from the internet. So that's this week's what the fuck moment. Ladies, y'all out here getting happy endings now.
Hey,
I see. Hey. All right, ladies.
That's why y'all trying to go get waxed every goddamn week.
Y'all getting more. Men out there wondering, like, God damn, you been to the wax lady again?
I don't like stubble.
I don't like stubble. I want it smooth as a baby's butt for you, baby. You sure?
T. West said, hell no.
So that's where we at.
Like I said, like, and this is funny because you never fucking hear you never hear like the women's side of the church. I was doing research. So me knowing that like the chick was charging like $100, $100, $150, depending on what you wanted or whatever. She cut your hair, and then like she just they spray the shit on it. And she. That was in Atlanta. That was for the dudes.
Wait a minute.
That was for the dudes.
This is new to me. Wait a minute.
What?
I have never heard about this one.
Yo, that shit look like
this is new to me.
They were passing that shit through Snapchat, for a second.
I have never heard of that,
bruh.
So you get your hair cut for $100.
No, it's
the extra $100.
No, it was a package. It was a package deal.
It's a package deal. So
no, it was a package. So for $100, for $1, you get your hair cut. You get some head.
So you get your trim, and then you can get some trim.
And you get some head. What up, Kelly? Can't be true in front of everybody. Look, this is a private.
So this is that's right. So that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm wondering.
So this is like the individual like.
So it's a house call.
No, not house call. So
she has a studio?
No, they got the shops like where you can get the little individual booths like to yourself.
So she at the shops in Plano of Willow Bend, right?
Look, you know how they have they have like a building where like that, and you have your own like little
chair seat or whatever.
So we're in the studio right now. And she said, "What did I roll up on, Kelly Douglas?" Yo, this shit get crazy up on here.
Oh man.
So like we're in Studio A.
Okay.
All right. And there's 4 walls or whatever.
Right.
Where you can't see unless obviously the shit got glass, but you can close that. Right. And the other studios within here.
Correct.
Well, it's similar to that shit.
Wow.
And she has her little booth, her little room, where she's cutting away right there, and it's only one client in at a time, I guess.
Hey, Miss Inspirational Diva Show.
There's only one client in at a time, and as she get done, it's like it's in China,
It's happy
ending. Just tell fellas, whenever y'all go to China, whatever that, you in a massage parlor, just say top AG. Research.
Jazz say, I did see a guy's page on Twitter. He was cutting hair naked.
But the men would get Atlanta shit.
Oh my gosh.
What? How was clean? How was cleaning?
Oh my god.
T-West said, "How's cleaning afterwards?"
But that's all the stuff that I'm thinking about. Is like so she just because sweeping up the hair and
no, she got the blower. she got the little air blower.
Just everything about that is wrong. Just everything. Everything about it is wrong. Everything.
Does she clean the chair? She catches everything. I'm sorry. No need to clean. She catches everything. So, does she brush her teeth? I would hope so. I would fucking hope so. Oh man. No. Okay. So Jazz. I was talking about this the other day. Twitter has multiple sides. There's a whole porn side or like dark side of Twitter that people don't even know about. Let me see. Look, Kelly D said she's the barber and the hair giver. Yup. Mm-hmm.
Nasu said haircut nut.
Nut to go. Oh my God! For anybody that paid, yes, Kelly. Apparently, it goes down in ATL.
Dallas. This is one aspect of Dallas. I want us to stay behind.
Do not.
We need to continue to stay behind the curve.
Yes.
On that.
Yes.
That I've never heard.
Don't give them another reason to rename Triple D.
Please
don't.
Please
don't.
Please. Let's continue to hold where we at.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Golly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's taking me for a loop.
Oh my God. She does many loops.
Jeez, but I'm with. Who asked? Somebody asked. What is the clean? Did she clean the chair?
That's T. Look, T. West. No, it's Kelly D and T. West. No, that was T. West asking. Does she clean the chair? Does she brush her teeth?
Like, how does she service? Because, okay, we've all been to a barbershop before, men and women. We've all been to a barbershop before. Man, they rotate clients. You know, in at least 6 hours, they get at least 12 people in.
Bruh.
They get 12 heads.
Listen, bro. Listen. Let's do the math. Okay, nowadays, they charging what? 30, 40?
Yeah.
Cut hair?
Yeah.
30, 40 a head. 30, 40 a head. 4 times 12, 48, right?
Yeah.
Add a 0. God dang. That's 480?
480.
480 in a day. If she's cutting hair and giving head at least, that's an extra 60, bruh. She only got to do 6 clients. What up, B Hill? Yo, she only has to do 6 clients, bruh.
Oh, so she's trying to work smarter and not harder.
Look, 480, 600 at least. 480, 600, not including that extra 50 if she go all the way.
She go all the way.
You know, we just gonna call them ice creams. You know, you can either get vanilla, you get rock and roll, or you get that Neapolitan.
Ain't no cookies and cream.
Ain't no cookies. Hey, you get the trifecta. You get the trifecta. T. West said, "I bet her." You say how long this shit was, bro.
That's so. So I know dudes maybe in there mad like, what? I paid my $100. You done already? God damn! I want my money back. She said,
Hold on, look. Is that all? For extra time? For extra 20.
For extra 20, you got 15 minutes. I got another client at 4:30. Like, what?
Hold on. If you want to go long, I'll take my lunch break.
I'll take my
some time.
But that'll cost you $75 if I miss my lunch. If you want to work in lunch, I need $75.
Kelly D said somebody need to call Adult Protective Service. What up, Sonny? Yo, listen. Now, look. Now the question is, for the people that was in Atlanta, the people that's in Atlanta, and at other barbershop. Well, apparently, Jazz already said what was going on. So apparently, they were doing that shit in front of everybody.
In front of everybody. So that was just open.
That was like Hitch. You had to have a black membership
card. Yeah, have a black card.
Referral only.
The black velvet card. Like,
referral only. Oh, shit.
I tell you what, I bet that barbershop stunk like a motherfucker. I bet that motherfucker smelling like shoes and Dax wave grease. I bet that shit is just smelling like motherfucker, man.
Yo! Oh my God. Smelling like smell like Blue Magic and Pink Lusters. My fucking stomach hurts. Yo. Oh shit. Oh my God.
Man. Nah, I'm good.
Oh shit.
I'm good. I don't need the experience. Don't want to. I don't even want to see it.
No.
On Twitter. I don't even want to see it.
Bruh.
I don't even want to see it.
I don't understand. Bro. I be scrolling down. Look, I be scrolling down my timeline on Twitter, and all of a sudden, this chick's getting a back bang. I'm like, how the fuck?
How the hell? You're like, how did I get this?
How did I get chose?
Like I was.
Look, like I was playing goddamn Red Robin and shit. We tapping and trying to pick sides. How the fuck did I get chose?
I didn't even like nothing like that. So why is it on my timeline?
For real. Like shit.
I didn't do it.
Hold on. And it's always one with fucking sound. And you around people. So you scrolling. So you, huh? You try to scroll real fast and shit. Like, how the fuck?
You damn near drop your fucking phone.
Hold on. No, hold on. And it's always, look, it's always when you try to get that shit, it's more than one. Like, oh, shit. No, Chad, you came in at the right, you got to go back and watch the fucking, oh, my God. Because, look, the what the fuck and beyond is, yeah.
It's yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, we went down a rabbit hole.
We did. We did. And it just kind of happened. We or
at all.
Or anything at all. It just kind of fucking happened. So
listen.
Here we are.
Look, Jazz said my cookies go. Didn't make my goddamn cookies. Cause because the goddamn post say retweeted by Honey something or whatever like that. Who the fuck is Honey? Who? Who? It just be the motherfuckers that just add you or whatever like that, and you don't refollow them, and you forget about that shit.
Yeah,
you just forget about it.
Sure is.
Oh my God, bro! Look, I know our team is looking at the fucking clock like cut this goddamn weather out here. What the fuck are y'all doing?
I know we gonna be all right when we leave the studio. We promise.
Oh my God,
we promise we gonna be all right when we leave the studio. We promise.
Look, we got 4 fucking studios to sleep in if need be.
We got room.
We got
couches
room
in all of them.
Yes, it is. It is. Shout out to Hello Studios.
Hello Studios right here in the heart of downtown Dallas.
Look, let me go ahead and
let's go ahead and get it going.
Black owned business. Oh shit.
This week's Black owned business is brought to you, of course, by our sponsors and our partner, Assist4U, that will take care of all of your small business needs and social media needs. So make sure that you go check them out at www.assist4u.com and make sure you check them out, and they will take care of anything you need for your small business. Get your small business up and going and running. So this week's Black owned business of the week comes to you right here out of Dallas, Texas, right here in the West End. We got Burger I Am.
Let's go.
Right? Burger I Am in the West End. Little did I know that this was a black-owned business owner who is also a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Shout out to the noobs of KA Psi. So definitely got to go. What up, Derek? Definitely got to go and check them out. So this week's Black-owned business is brought to you from our Black-owned business is Burger I Am West End, 1722 North Market Street, Dallas, Texas, 75202. Y'all, is right there. It's what the old Gators used to be.
Okay.
All right. So if you know where Gators is or where Gators was, that is what is now Burgers I Am. It's across from what used to be TGI Fridays and whatnot, all in the West End. So make sure you check them out. Again, Burger I Am West End, 1722 North Market Street, Dallas, Texas, 75202. That is our Black-owned business of the week.
And look, IG, y'all. Look, I'm giving y'all a second. Giving y'all a second to get on over to our Facebook Live right now before I play the music of the week. Some shit you might want to put in your fucking catalog to do a certain activity. We're just gonna call it trim.
Now, depending on what trim you want,
exactly,
it's all on you.
It's all on
whatever
you.
Trim you want,
but I'm gonna give y'all a second to get on over here before I, because this is such a SAT word. All right, so I love that track. I might write to that track.
You need to write to that track.
No, go across the border with it. Shout out to Chad. Some shit you might want to put in your fucking catalog. This guy. To do a certain activity.
We're rolling.
We are rolling. All right. So y'all already know how this goes, man. I'm gonna play the fucking song, play a little bit of it or whatever, and then we're gonna come back. All right. IG might not be able to play it for you because IG is already tripping and they probably gonna shut us the fuck off if I do. So, all right, for everybody else, here
get you some of this.
Go. So, as soon as I find the shit. It's probably up here at the top.
Yeah, it is.
Where the fuck is it? Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it's all right.
There, it was right in front of my fucking face.
That's how I go.
All right, people, here we go.
Say, Bo, what's happening? I need you to come see me on Saturday, right? Got this play I need to run by you. Okay? Alright. Daddy love you too.
Scoot up Lamborghini, Willow shot, she the baddest. She gon' roll away, shoot the gun, she a savage. She put up with my shit, so when she want it, I'ma grab it. I saw on your neck, I put the muscles in the carriage. Scoot up Lamborghini, Willow shot, she the baddest. She gon' roll away, shoot the gun, she a savage. She put up with my shit, so when she want it, I'ma grab it. I saw on your neck, I put the muscles in the
Break
carriage.
laws, big kahunas and big balls. Bad bitches, I break them off. The big boss is back at you, pissed off. She ain't got no direction, she a bit lost. I kick it off of my penthouse loft downtown, cross the city. She's a ditty, but we don't really fall in that category. She goes silly for daddy. Cincinnati bread, she do what daddy said. From gourmet meal cooking to giving daddy some head. All her bottoms is red, niggas draped in blue. Never broke instead, she make it do what it do. Welcome to my family, from me to you. I ain't your father, I'm your daddy, bitch. Keep daddy rich, hold it down and don't let daddy slip. I'm out of town, I be back, daddy trip. I'm gone, sit back and watch daddy dip.
Scoot up Lamborghini, Willow shot, she the baddest. She gon' roll away, shoot the gun, she a savage. She put up with my shit, so when she want it, I'ma grab it. I saw on your neck, I put the muscles in the carriage. Scoot up Lamborghini, Willow shot, she the baddest. She gon' roll away, shoot the gun, she a savage. She put up with my shit, so when she want it, I'ma grab it. I saw on your neck, I put the muscles in the carriage.
I ain't your father, I'm your. Yeah, I ain't your father,
I'm your.
Yeah, I ain't your father, I'm your.
I ain't your father, I'm
I'm
your
a big
daddy.
time nigga, not a bitch flying nigga. Zip tie nigga.
Yo.
Don't try nigga.
Yo.
Patience,
This
no
week.
faking, I slip by, nigga.
This
Get up in
week's
her ear,
album
yo, bitch,
of
nigga.
the week
Fine, nigga.
comes
Yo,
from
bitch,
none
first,
other.
getting closer to
Going to the
daddy.
LBC with it.
Before that bitch
Going to the
get loose.
LBC.
Now we on the roof.
I told y'all, look, if y'all can see my fucking feet right now,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm sliding across this fucking floor right now. Hey, hey, hey. Snoop Dogg is back with another album entitled Back on Death Row.
Wow. Damn.
Back on Death Row. Now, for those that don't know, Snoop just recently bought Death Row Records.
He did.
You know, and with buying Death Row Records, he just put out an album
Damn.
and a 45-minute visual to it.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
Pause.
So shout out to the dog. Shout out to the dog.
Shout out to Snoop Dogg, man.
Give a little applause.
Another one of the West Coast Avengers.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg.
And so like there was obviously Puff had him on the video call, congratulate him and everything else, whatever that. And Snoop said in there, he was like, yo, the talks that, we had like at your crib, this and the other, blah, 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 picking each other's brain, pause, and putting things in motion. He said, now you already know what we talked about. This Death Row Bad Boy collab. Let's get it going.
Whoa.
Now, Tupac probably gonna raise from the grave and slap him. But
Tupac ain't raised from the grave and slap him. He gonna come back from Jamaica.
fact.
Tupac gonna come back from Jamaica like, y'all, I want in on this album.
It's Cuba. But
he coming back.
yeah, he already dropped his 16
Yeah, he did.
on the new album or whatever. But shout out to the dog.
Man, that's dope, man.
Yes.
That's big.
For everything to come full circle.
Pause.
And yeah, he said that him and Suge cool now.
Of course, Suge is in jail.
Said no, but he said but he said they sat down and had a conversation.
Yeah,
had a conversation with him,
That's
whatever.
cool.
And so hey,
man, that's good.
it is.
That's good, man.
It is. But
it needed to be had.
it did.
Needed to be had.
I'm sorry. I was meaning to do this at the beginning of the show, but since this is the last Wednesday
Yeah.
in Black History Month, it's only fucking right.
It's only right we do this.
It's only fucking right.
This is how we got to take the show out.
And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
And I'm blacker than black, you're black.
I'm blacker than black, yo.
Because I'm black, y'all.
I'm
black and I'm back.
And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
You know what? We're going to go out with that shit in a second. Oh, my God. That's going to be the last fucking thing.
For Black History Month.
For black what?
Black History Month.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck?
Black History Month.
All right, man. But, yes. Want to reiterate for everybody out there in Dallas, you know, if you are not at the crib, be safe.
Yes.
You know, they said like the ice and shit is supposed to be, you know, the waterworks.
Yeah.
Supposed to be going. These angels is crying. You know. See, I was about. You know what? You know, I don't give a fuck. You know, I say this shit.
You
know,
I know, but this
white Jesus is making angels squirt and shit.
No,
so they. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. So, it's been raining. It's been raining. It's like 23 degrees or maybe lower by now out there. Y'all be safe.
Yeah,
seriously. Y'all be careful.
Be careful.
You know, I probably go 2 miles an hour so everybody sees me.
Yeah. And it ain't because I'm headed to a picnic or no shit like that.
Not
I'm
at
just
all.
trying to be safe, getting to the house.
That's it. That is it.
That's it. I mean, it's a few people out as I look out the window right now. It's a few people that's outside that's getting where they need to go. The highway's looking clear. People rolling softly through the city. So yeah, we're gonna make that move here in a little bit, man, and get on where we need to go.
We definitely. I thought you were hearing more. Oh, Jazz said I thought we were hearing more Cobain. I got more on the way.
Yeah,
I got more on the way. Yo, like I said I was gonna take a break, but I'm back to creating. So more shit on the way, Jazz. I promise you that. At least 2 more projects this year.
At least.
But yes. Other than that, make sure y'all catch up, you know, on the previous 96 episodes.
Yes.
Because I mean we might have, you know, trivia, you know, here, there, you know, as our 100th show is coming up. Yes. 100.
100th show.
100. 100 is coming up, or whatever. We're gonna have a couple giveaways, trivias, you know. One in particular, we're gonna have a giveaway or whatever. So at least maybe 3 fans, 3 or 4, depending on like how we feel, will be able to accompany us on that day in studio to see the whole shebang.
Come hang out with us.
You know, from start, like as a New Yorker say, bing bong. You know, from start to finish, we'll be able to see every fucking thing. You know.
Hey,
and just hang.
Byron, take me out to dinner.
Look, look. They'll be able to hang out with us. You know, pop a couple bottles.
Celebrate
in studio. We ain't going to no fucking club.
We don't pay club prices.
Hell no.
For drinks.
Hell no.
We do not.
Hell no.
We do not. That's not what we do.
Come drink this champipple.
The champagnese.
Oh shit. All right. So, other than that, man, you know, please go to midweekvibes.com.
Yeah.
So you can keep up with everything Vibe. Also,
get your merch.
Get your fucking merch.
Get your
fucking
merch.
You know,
get your merch.
Catch up before I drop something else. Here's a question you can ask. What YouTube channel show did Midweek Vibe appear as a guest?
That is a really good.
That is
a really good question.
That is.
So T West, you can't answer.
You really, I mean, T West. I mean, if you want to come to Dallas and be in the studio,
you're
more than welcome. You know, but you can't answer that shit,
right?
You know, you know, and I want to shout out to, you know, I can sort of say like, you know, if not one of our biggest fans, you know, she may be the biggest. She had every article of merch that we put out.
Oh wow,
she's ordered it.
That's dope.
Yeah, she's ordered it. You know, Natari.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Applause.
Thank you.
Tari.
Thank you.
Tari. She knows who she is. She knows who she is. She just ordered some more shit. Like, listen.
Thank you for the constant
people.
Support. For real.
Look, I be dropping shit damn near every fucking week, or I mock shit up. So order your shit before the summer gets here because we got more on the way.
T West
said she'll be here in April.
Sounds like a winner.
But other than that, you can catch us on the top 7 platforms in the world.
Yep.
They are
Apple Podcast.
There you go.
Spotify.
There you go.
iHeartRadio.
There you go.
Google. Audible. YouTube. And Amazon Podcast.
There you go. All right.
All 7.
All 7 people. That is not a brag. That is to let you know that we like to accommodate our fans, and whatever devices that you use or apparatuses that you use, SAT word, you can catch us.
You can catch us.
You won't get left out of the loop. You can display your vibe wherever you want.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
We're celebrating Love Cobain, which is out right now everywhere that you can go stream it at. So make sure that you go stream it right now.
Yo, and I want to let y'all know this is not, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. But Love Cobain is quickly already at a couple 100,000 streams.
Let's work.
So look, hey, I'm trying to push that shit on up.
Keep it going.
Push that shit on up.
Let's get the streams
Push that
up.
shit on up. Get this shit. God damn it. I'm in my yay mode.
Hold on. Let's get this shit.
Look, I'm in my yay mode. They're trying to keep me behind the boards, god damn it. But, got a couple words.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to use them. All right. So, go stream Love Cobain. All those platforms he just said, they there too.
Pretty much.
So, if there's nothing else, I'm sorry, I was about to start rapping. May we stand. This has been another episode of Midweek Vibe. I want to thank y'all. I'm your boy Cobain. That's Draper Winston.
I am.
And I'm sorry. Let me set this shit up because of the way we're actually going to go out today.
This is how we're going out today. Because we're sorry that you can't hear it, Instagram people. But go to the Facebook.
Just go stream the fucking playback.
Go stream it on one of your favorite podcast listeners.
There you go. But for everybody else, Facebook Live and everybody else that's going to hear this on all those platforms, we bid you adieu.
On all those platforms.
There you go. We bid you adieu. Peace.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm black. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.